Hey guys, so before we move into the exercises that we're going to be doing this week, let's just talk quickly about safety when we're training not in Level Up Academy. So we're going to give you the exercises that we want you to work on, but before you start on those, always make sure that you do a proper warm-up. Then they'll be followed by 4 exercises specifically that Ben will give you, and we also might ask you to do some more specific stuff to your gradings after that. So what we want you to try to do whenever possible is to find somewhere that you can practice this stuff in your house, in your garden, or in your immediate surroundings, so that you can practice safely and make sure that everything that you're doing is in somewhere that you're supposed to be. If you do have to go out of your house or garden for any reason, obviously you should be following COVID guidelines anyway, so you can go outside with a member of your household. If you want to take your parent out with you, that's obviously fine to do, but we'll leave that to you guys to decide. Make sure when you do go out and train, if you are practicing vaults, for example, on something that is not yours, if it's in a public place, make sure that you're allowed to be there and make sure that there's someone with you from your household, like a parent or guardian, to make sure that you are safe. Another thing that we want to mention is that following COVID guidelines, you'll need to follow the instructions given by the government when it comes to going outside. Anyway, you'll all be pretty used to doing that, but just make sure that you're not breaking any of those rules in order to go out and practice your parkour. And if you do get to a point where there's a particular exercise in a video that we've asked you to do and you've got nowhere to practice it safely or nowhere to work on it in a convenient way, feel free to skip that one. You can always double up, do more of the exercises that you're able to do. We're all doing the best that we absolutely can with what we've got to us while we're in this short lockdown. So please don't worry, don't beat yourselves up if you don't get a chance to work on something in particular, because there's nowhere safe to practice. So in this first week, we're going to be working on our vaults. So what you're going to want to do is try and find somewhere that you can practice your vaults safely. So a wall in your garden, something like that, that's about your vault height. You know what you're normally working with, but just make sure, because you're not training with us and you're not training indoors, make sure that the thing that you're working with is safe. It's not going to fall over, it's not going to crumble, and also make sure that you're allowed to be there and that you're supposed to be there. So before we start any of the sessions, make sure you do a quick warm-up like we normally do in the session, the same sort of things we always do, a little bit of running, a little bit of joint mobility to get you started before you start with the session. And then what we're going to do is we'll give you the exercises you need to be working on. Ben's going to go through them with you, and then you'll want to probably pause the video, go away, practice those movements for 5-10 minutes depending on what you need to work on, and then come back. Make sure that you're doing all of the stuff that's in the video, even if it's for a grade that's lower than what you're on. And if there is something in the grading that we haven't covered, feel free to add that in and practice that as well. So I'll pass you over to Ben, who's going to continue with the video.
Hi guys, welcome to White and Green Week 1, which is vaults. Today we're going to be looking at the step vault. I'll do a quick demo for you now so you know what I'm talking about. So that's the step vault. As you're coming in, remember you need to put that foot onto the top just like that, and then the other hand on, and then from there you're just going to be stepping through the gap and then back down to the floor out of the other side. If you're a bit more advanced, you can jump into it a little bit like this and take off from further away. Pause the video now, have a good 10 minutes practicing them, and then we'll move on to the next one. Well done with that one, guys. The next one we're going to look at is cat pass. I'll quickly do one of them for you. With this one, remember, as we're coming in, you want that nice split foot takeoff, hands going on, and then your feet coming through your hands, taking you down to the floor at the other side. If you're a bit more advanced, you can dive into it a little bit, or go to a precision or something like that. Again, pause the video, take 5 or 10 minutes practicing this, and we'll move on to the next one. So the next one we're going to do is the switch hands, lazy vault, thief vault, you can call it either of them. This is what it looks like. Going through like that. With this one, as we're coming in, we're making sure that that last foot down is nice and close. The same hand for the same side as the foot goes on the top, and then the outside leg is going to swing up and over, and then as you're coming down the other side, that last hand just supports your weight so you can run out the other side. Again, to make this a little bit harder, you can swap sides and change which leg which is swinging. So you'll notice on that one I just did, my outside leg swung. You can do the same movement but the inside, and as long as your hands do the same thing, you should be fine. If you want to pause the video now and practice a few more of these for the next 10 minutes, you can do so. Moving on. So this is the last vault we're going to be looking at this week, and it is the reverse vaults. We're going to look at the normal one that you guys already know, as well as the advanced one. We're going to quickly brush over the first one, which is this one. So guys, remember, as we come in with this one, you start your turn nice and early. Have that hand tracking across the top and going down there, and then it's just bum, head looking where you're going, other hand down, and then nice and easy over the top. With that one, it's really important that you guys remember to start your turn nice and early, and also have that head following the direction in which you want to be turning. With that one as well, make sure you do practice both sides. Quickly then, onto the advanced reverse vault. Some of you guys might not have actually learned that in the sessions yet, but we'll show you quickly now. That looks like this. With this one, it's more or less the same, it's just a bit more powerful. You're still starting your turn nice and early, but instead of one hand going on, we're going to have two, and then from there, you jump and spin that other leg up and over. That will then carry you round and down the other side. Notice with this one, my hands leave the vault as soon as I take off, and you should be airborne as you're travelling over the other side. Again, this is a more advanced vault, so if you struggle with this one, just make sure you keep practicing the ones from before. If you want to practice that for the next 10 minutes, you can do so. I'll just quickly do them both now to remind you what to do. And then the advanced, going over like that. Right guys, so we're going to finish up now with some conditioning. We're going to be doing 3 sets made up of 4 movements. Each movement is going to be 20 reps as well. The 4 movements that you're going to look at doing are press-ups, squats, cat crawl and bunny hops. So the first movement we're going to do is our press-ups. If you start to struggle at any point, you can go onto your knees, but for the most part, try and stay on your hands and your feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Right, so moving on to the squats. Keep your feet nice and shoulder width apart. We're going to keep our feet nice and flat, and we are going to be doing full squats as well, so that's all the way down to the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So the next one we're going to do is cat crawls. We're going to break these down into small sets of 5, but still doing sort of 20 in total. And we're going to go there and back, so you might need a bit more space for this one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back. Okay, well done. Right then guys, so the last one in this set is bunny hops. You're going to need the same amount of space as you did for the cat crawl. That's 5, and then turn round, going back. Turn round again. And then last time back. Okay guys, well done. That is the end of the set. If you want to take a minute now and have a rest, you can do, and get ready for the next one.
Well done for the stuff that you've done this week. Make sure to keep your eyes open for the Wednesday challenge videos we'll be posting soon. It might be a technical challenge or a conditioning challenge, and also the Friday opportunity for you to get some virtual coaching. If you send us your videos, we'll take a look at them. If you need to contact us about this video specifically or this week's sessions, you can do that in the comments, and if you need to ask us any questions in general, feel free to do that by email. We'll see you in the next one.